My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
This morning, Sean Diddy Combs is breaking his silence.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
I was sick as a stomach, man. I was sick in the stomach, man, because, you know, when you have daughters, you just hope.
How many times did you personally witness him be violent towards women?
Around 4 or 5 times.
And was that all with Cassie?
We've all seen that disturbing security camera footage with Diddy going berserk on Cassie. The word has it that Cassie is planning to sue Diddy for all the mental damage the video has triggered. While Cassie is allegedly trying to get back at Diddy for the pseudo apology, Diddy is scrambling behind the scenes in panic. Diddy apology. Y'all might be aware that CNN published the video in which Combs is seen grabbing, shoving, dragging, and kicking Ventura during an altercation that matches allegations in a now settled federal lawsuit filed by Ventura in November. This turn of events has stunned the entire industry. In the video, Combs is seen running in a towel after Ventura, who is seen standing in front of an elevator bank. He aggressively grabs and drags her down and then kicks her before picking up her luggage. He is then seen dragging her on the floor back to a hotel room as she braces her head. Minutes later, Ventura returns to the elevator bank and picks up a phone on the wall. Diddy comes back and appears to shove her into the corner. He then sits on a chair near her and aggressively throws an object at her. These events are the exact iteration of one of the incidents Cassie had quoted in her lawsuit.
According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which according to the lawsuit prompted Ventura to try and leave.
Well, in the wake of the severe backlash, Diddy decided to admit his wrongdoings and release an apology saying,
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
He also added, "It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I went and I sought out professional help. I got into going to therapy, going to rehab. I had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry." Douglas H. Wigdor, an attorney who represented Ventura, said in a statement in response to the video footage of Combs, "The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Ms. Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light." In her lawsuit, Ventura alleged Combs paid the Intercontinental Century City $50,000 for the hallway surveillance footage from that incident. She also describes the attack almost identically to the video in her lawsuit. Ventura also alleged that she became lured into and eventually trapped in a pattern of A, involving forced substance use, R, battery, and forced S acts with male S workers. However, she settled the lawsuit with her former partner 1 day later, but her suit spawned several more alleged victims to come forward. In addition to that, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office said it was aware of the disturbing video allegedly depicting Combs A-ing a woman in Los Angeles, but it had not been presented with a case. And even if law enforcement presents a case to the office, the statute of limitations would prevent prosecutors from charging Combs. They said in a statement, "If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately, we would be unable to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of attack can be prosecuted. We encourage anyone who has been a victim or witness to a crime to report it to law enforcement or reach out to our office for support from our Bureau of Victim Services." Joanna Otero Cruz, president of the Philadelphia-based Women Against A Domestic V Center, claimed that she has worked in the field for at least 15 years, and she has seen that apologies are common in gender violence situations and are often used to manipulate victims in the public. They're apologizing and they want to create sympathy from others, apathy from others, all of those things. This is the typical behavior of someone who perpetuates A. We're just seeing it in public now. Valise Jones, founder of the Texas-based Sincerely Nicole Media Public Relations Company, shared sentiments by saying, "I believe the video has done more harm than good. The apology just doesn't come across as sincere at all. He was apologizing to the general public because it was about his public image. I don't think this apology was smart. In addition to that, a former assistant of Sean Combs claimed that despite never seeing him act A towards Ventura in public during the time she worked for him, there was not one cell in her body that was not surprised by Ventura's November lawsuit against Combs or the recently surfaced 2016 footage of him A-ing her in a hotel. I rode in limos with them. I went to parties with them. I guess what I would say is, even though I never saw anything that I could corroborate what's in that lawsuit and what we just saw, there's not one cell in my body that was surprised. I would say that I was around him a lot and I got a feeling for who he was. I didn't see anything that could get him in trouble, but I think that there's a power dynamic in a situation like that. Especially her, at the beginning of her career, so young and beautiful and talented. Stephen A. Smith also reacted to it. Smith claimed that after that video, Diddy's career is effectively finished after this incident. He alleged that no amount of apologies can undo the damage to his reputation. He alluded that the Diddy era of hip-hop has come to an end.
I wanted to clear right here over these digital airwaves of YouTube that the career of Sean P. Diddy Combs, as we know it, it's over. This shit is over. It's over in the worst possible way. One of the worst possible ways you can imagine.
Celebs reacting to Diddy apology. It looks like celebs in Diddy's circle also do not approve of Diddy's behavior, predictably 50 Cent. He was one of the first rappers to give his opinion on the video. He captioned a post saying, "Now I'm sure Puffy didn't do it. He is innocent. This proves nothing. This is what his lawyers are gonna say. God help us all." The next day, 50 returned with more criticism. He called attention to CNN's motive behind releasing the gut-wrenching video and shared a Los Angeles County District Attorney's message. The LAPD explained that they couldn't press charges on Combs for his disturbing actions in the video, but still encouraged more people to come forward if they too were negatively impacted by Sean Combs. He posed a thought to his followers, stating that since they can't charge him with the crime, they can still sully his public image with a video. This is why they put that tape out. They know they can't charge him with what we saw, but they know we can't unsee what we saw. Hip-hop manager Whack 100 had some pointed words for the bad boy entertainment mogul.
Diddy, I just seen that video. You was a and I hope, if whatever happens to you, happens to you.
Rod Digga expressed his disapproval by posting a long tweet. That Diddy footage is too disturbing. Interesting that this is from 2016 and just coming out now. Did someone at the hotel just grow a conscience? Did the NDA expire? Was he late on the evidence suppression payment? So many questions, and some of y'all owe Cassie an apology. The Breakfast Club also broke down the disturbing footage and Sean Combs' apology video, where they questioned his honesty and remorse for his action. Charlemagne the God used the moment to decry any A against women, and even went so far as wishing that Cassie had a weapon on her that day to take Diddy out for good. He later gave Diddy the donkey of the day for his aimless apology. He continued, "When I first watched that video, I was like, no, he's not sorry. He's sorry that the video leaked and he got caught. Sean Combs put out a press release. They put out a press release. His lawyer's been screaming that this is a witch hunt, that Diddy is innocent, and that these people are looking for a quick payday. You let your son put out that weak diss record, pick a side, taunting the FBI, basically telling people to keep that same energy. Diddy, you posted a message to your page saying, 'Time tells all.' Yes, it does, sir, and it has told us that you're a liar." In the wake of that video, some celebs who had previously not believed Cassie's allegations also took back their statements, including Slim Jack. He said, "Damn, Diddy, I tried to ride with the BLK man, who had no charges yet, but I can't stand behind this. I'll take this L. I still will ride with my people until I see some sort of proof. I don't believe in blogs or civil suits." For those who don't remember, after the model released her lawsuit in November 2023, Slim Thug responded via Instagram with his personal opinion, which consisted of not believing her and siding with the black man. The Houston artist received backlash after implying that the singer wasn't a victim and was instead looking for a payday. They're coming back and getting Bill Cosby and coming back and get Puff. I don't believe in that. When ish go down, you speak on it right there. It should be null and void. Let the people know immediately. Not only that, Lil Scrappy wants to put hands on Combs for his action. The Atlanta rapper hit social media with a video of himself condemning Diddy's 2016 attack on Cassie. He claimed that if the mogul were to cross his path today, it's beef on sight, asserting, "If that guy Diddy walked past me right now, I'd take the fade with him, just cause. I don't care about an apology and all that. The way that he did Shawty, that was foul. That's some real bees crap." And you could tell he was doing that ish for a long time, cause she was frantic. He also took time off to clarify a previous comment that fans took as support for Diddy. Scrappy insisted that he never stood in Puffy's corner and explained that social media confused him with someone else. Y'all go to them other guy page, who was cool with the guy, that y'all seen around the guy, that knew the guy. Get off my page with that is. You don't even got no proof that I ever said no ish like that. Never. So go find that ish, and if you find it, I'll apologize. But I guarantee you ain't gonna find no ish where I'm saying Cassie was lying. Shine, a former member of Diddy's bad boy camp, has vehemently denounced Sean Combs' actions in light of the video showing him attacking Cassie. The politician took to IG to stand firmly in opposition to bad acts against women. He then concluded his message by sending prayers to Cassie and her family as they had to relive the 2016 trauma. I vehemently denounce the repugnant behavior of Sean Diddy Combs captured on the video, in which he is seen physically attacking Mrs. Cassie Ventura Fine. There's no place for violence against women anywhere on the planet. As a father of a precious daughter, a global citizen, and the next Prime Minister of Belize, I want absolutely nothing to do with people who engage in this pattern of diabolical behavior. My prayers are with Cassie and all the other victims who have come forward with horrendous allegations against Mr. Combs. New lawsuit. Y'all, looks like Diddy's legal troubles are not coming to an end, as the music artist was hit this week with a lawsuit alleging he D'd and essayed a model in the early 2000s. The lawsuit filed in federal court in New York City states that Crystal McKinney, then a 22-year-old rising model, met Combs through an unnamed fashion designer in 2003 and was later essayed at his music studio. It turns out that the designer allegedly styled McKinney to ensure Combs found her attractive and brought her to meet the rapper at Soprani downtown, a restaurant in New York City. She claimed that during the dinner, Combs outwardly made a number of flirtatious and suggestive remarks towards McKinney and plied her with drinks. Apparently, the music artist then reportedly gave McKinney his number and later in the evening asked her to come to his studio in the city. Upon her arrival, she met Combs and a group of men who were passing around alcohol and marijuana joints. She was passed a joint under the impression that it was weed, but later came to understand that it was laced with an intoxicating substance. The lawsuit stated. She soon became very intoxicated and Combs allegedly forced himself on her in the bathroom. Combs led her back to the studio where she lost consciousness and later woke up in a taxicab heading towards the fashion designer's apartment. McKinney also filed the suit against the rapper's record label, Bad Boy Entertainment, the label's distributor, Universal Music Group, and his fashion brand, Sean John Clothing. McKinney is suing Combs under the New York City Victim of Gender Motivation Violence Protection Act, a city law that allows for civil suits to be filed within a 2-year look-back period, and she is asking for a jury trial. She is seeking an unspecified amount of damages for mental and emotional injury, distress, pain, and suffering and injury to her reputation. Anyway, it's been nearly 2 months since Combs had 2 of his homes raided amidst a federal ST investigation.
Sean Diddy Combs. Yesterday, we told you how federal agents searched 2 of his properties as part of an investigation into alleged.
While there are no updates on that case, it's far from his only legal crisis. After Ventura, who dated Combs for a decade before they split in 2018, filed and settled her explosive lawsuit against him, 2 other women slapped him with civil suits that month, also under New York Adult Survivors Act. The ASA allowed people who said they experienced SA a 1-year window to take legal action even though the statute of limitations has expired. Plaintiff Joy Dickerson Neal, in a lawsuit filed November 23, 2023, accused Combs of D'ing and Aing her in New York City in 1991 when she was a college student. She also accused him of engaging in revenge porn, filming the attack and sharing it with people in the music industry. However, in April, Combs filed a motion to dismiss the ST allegation in the case. The same day Dickerson Neal's case was filed, Liza Gardner also sued Combs, alleging that he and R&B singer-songwriter Aaron Hall took turns A-ing her and a friend after they met at a 1990 event at the New York office of MCA Records. Gardner was 16 at the time, and the lawsuit was amended in March with Gardner claiming she was physically forced into having S with Combs against her will. A fourth lawsuit was filed in December under New York's Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Law, giving survivors of alleged gender-motivated violence, including SA, until March 1, 2025 to make claims. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, filed a suit against Combs alleging ST and GR in 2003, when she was 17. She claimed in the filing that Combs and two other men plied her with copious amounts of substance and alcohol, then ate her in a bathroom at Combs' studio. Combs issued a blanket denial of the allegations, claiming that he watched people try to assassinate his character, destroy his reputation and his legacy. But enough is enough. A fifth lawsuit followed in early 2024, and this time it was filed by a man. Combs was sued by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer on his 2023 album, for SH&A. Jones claimed that he was D'd, waking up naked and disoriented in bed with Combs and two S workers. He also claimed to have witnessed Combs and others engaging in serious illegal activity, including ST, underage S workers, and D'ing them. Jones amended his lawsuit in March, removing some defendants as well as adding Cuba Gooding Jr. Following 5 SA allegations made against him, including a lawsuit from Cassie, his ex-girlfriend, and a former signee of his label, Diddy's business empire has continuously faced dire consequences. Although Combs has maintained his innocence in all cases, multiple brands and businesses have decided to distance themselves from him or fully cut ties. And ironically, his Revolt channel was the first one to do so. Back in November, Combs had to step down from his chairman position temporarily. Although it was a precautionary measure, the network still released a tough statement asserting that he was not part of the day-to-day operation of the channel. The statement read, "Sean Combs has stepped down from his position as chairman of Revolt. While Mr. Combs has previously had no operational or day-to-day role in the business, this decision helps to ensure that Revolt remains steadfastly focused on our mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora. Our focus has always been one that reflects our commitment to the collective journey of Revolt, one that is not driven by any individual, but by the shared efforts and values of our entire team on behalf of advancing, elevating, and championing our culture, and that continues." On top of that, at least 18 companies have distanced themselves from Diddy's recently launched e-commerce website, Empower Global, a marketplace for Black-owned businesses. The site was designed to function like Amazon, where sellers would pay a certain monthly subscription to operate on the platform. The platform contacted 160 companies, out of which 5 claimed that they were monitoring the allegations before making a decision to drop the site. Other companies fully dropped Empower Global, citing that the allegations along with the platform's poor performance influenced their decision to leave. That's all for today. We hope you liked that video, and if you did, please like and subscribe for more content just like this.